Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that I, inmate number 088672, would be standing in front of a room of prison guards and staff from the Arizona Department of Corrections to be recognized as the department's Person of the Year. Thank you. I mean, don't get me wrong. While I was in prison, I appreciated your many redecorating ideas when you came in and tossed my cell and left me the rest of the day to put it back together. The food, we'll not talk about that. I also appreciated that when there were no facilities available, you guys always had a little clear cup with a lid for me to relieve myself. I've also never lived in a more secured, gated community in my life. I appreciate each of you for keeping me safe from all the crazies out here day in and day out. I especially appreciated that each time my family, wife, and daughters came to see me, you performed a thorough strip search to ensure that they had not slipped anything into my clothing that might get me into trouble. Thank you again. Seriously though, the time that I've spent in prison, it sucked. Every day, week, month, and year was a constant reminder of how precious time out here is, and that no amount of effort is too much to get to enjoy the finer things in life, such as bacon and actual brewed coffee. The many things that I've accomplished over the past 6.5 years would not have been possible without the many people who believed in me and supported my work. Needless to say, my largest gratitude goes out to my parents, wife, and daughters who stuck with me through the 7 years of not using, nodding off during television shows, multiple visits to Maricopa County Jail, and then my final 3 years in the Arizona Department of Corrections. I would like to thank attorney Jose Saldivar for giving me that first job in a law firm when I was released from prison with my paralegal degree. I mean, the pay was horrible, but the experience was priceless. Without my board of directors, I would have never been able to open the houses that currently house 30 released offenders or felons. Some may have more ink on their faces than a Rand McNally map has on it, but hey, at least they're out here doing the deal and not in there keeping you guys busy. Terrence Vaughn has been a vital part of this journey. It was he who suggested that I open a house in Casa Grande to assist the department in providing quality houses to those that are currently being released in Pinal County. Now imagine that. The Arizona Department of Corrections is calling me, inmate 088672, to request assistance. Yeah, especially considering that my labor was never worth more than 45 cents for all the years that I visited you guys. Finally, the bulk of my work would not have been possible without the support of the department. I mean, getting in touch with the CO3 on the phone has always been next to impossible. I think you guys should invest a little more of all that money that you're making on inmate labor to get an actual new phone system, or maybe a little CO3 training on how to check voicemail and delete messages. The mailbox you have reached is full and cannot receive messages. And while we're talking about training, how about a little training on email writing and etiquette? I would love to get just one email from a CO3 that has an actual greeting and a full sentence. Seriously though, we talk a lot about rehabilitation and assisting those returning from prison in building a quality life and staying out of prison for the rest of their lives. The reality is, this is an extremely difficult thing to do. Having my convictions dismissed in 2020 and all of my rights restored, it was a monumental moment. I was able to vote in the last election for the first time in my life, and I'm 48 years old. But to have the Arizona Department of Correction recognize me for my efforts and progress within the community is nothing short of miraculous. This recognition means the absolute world to me, and I'm excited to see where our journey takes us. Thank you.